But the court said quite clearly that you are free to discuss your grand jury testimony. So I ask you, this is a mockery you're making of this hearing and simple questions.
It's a simple question. If you have
Mr.
a
Patel,
transcript,
during
you can
your
read the
nomination,
question, but you don't have that.
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me my time's over.
You may be the charge of the
I'm
FBI,
not going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Not afraid of you.
That moment hit differently. You could feel the sheer frustration radiating from Senator Booker after what he felt was a complete disregard for the oversight process. From dodging simple questions about the Mar-a-Lago documents case to the fiery debate over the alleged purge at the FBI, this was a hearing where the gloves absolutely came off. What started as a political debate quickly escalated into a tense personal shouting match, a raw look at accountability and loyalty in Washington. Let's dive into the full context of how we got to that incredible moment.
Booker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Patel, I want to start off where we left off last time. I asked you whether you had any knowledge or discussions about removing FBI officials and installing political personnel before you were confirmed to that position. And I wonder, did you then understand or have conversations with the White House about the intentions to do so?
Before I was confirmed?
Yes, sir.
Did I have discussions with the White House to remove FBI personnel?
Yes.
No.
So you're saying that you had no discussions with the White House before you were in the position about the removal of any personnel from the agency?
As I was preparing for my confirmation hearing, I had numerous discussions involving the type of people that would be employed, and that those that were failing to meet the mark at the FBI would no longer be employed if I were confirmed.
And I'm assuming that mark had to do with loyalty to the Trump administration.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
That opening exchange sets the whole stage. Booker is instantly trying to establish a pattern that Patel's tenure is driven by a loyalty test, not professional standards. Patel's definitive, "No, you're wrong," is a strong denial, but the underlying tension is clear. For the audience, this confirms the core issue of the entire hearing. Was the FBI being run for the country or for the administration?
Did you testify before the grand jury that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified document case?
And that is why I took your invitation to work with the department and the court to have that transcript released. And the transcript is the best evidence of what I said then.
So you're saying right now this committee can have access to what you said before the grand jury?
To whatever was released. Under my understanding, Senator, that the Department of Justice
You and I both understand the law. Let me finish. I understand under Rule 6 of the Federal Rules of Procedure, a grand jury witness, in this case you, is not barred from sharing their grand jury testimony. This is an oversight hearing. This is germane to your integrity and credibility. You know right now whether or not you testified that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Why are you refusing to answer that simple yes or no question right now?
Because the premise of your question is inaccurate, and that is
there is
why.
no premise to my question, but trying to get to an order of what is truth or not.
How do you how do you know what was asked in the grand jury if you weren't there?
Mr. Patel, this is a mockery you're making of this hearing and simple questions.
This is the political theater we tune in for. Senator Booker is absolutely right. A grand jury witness is generally free to discuss their own testimony. Patel's legalistic dodge, insisting on the unreleased transcript, comes across as a deliberate stonewall. When Booker hits him with the word mockery, he's expressing the audience's frustration. This isn't just about the documents, it's about his integrity and unwillingness to cooperate with oversight.
Mr. Patel, in just 8 months, you have assaulted the institutional integrity of the FBI. But I know FBI field agents. I've worked with them in Newark. No matter how truly bad you are, you can't undermine the legacy of agents who fight every day to keep us safe, but you can tarnish the integrity of the agency and undermine the agency's capacity. I believe you're failing as a leader, and that your failure does have serious implications for the safety and security of Americans and our families. We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the bureau, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America. Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes,
at this
sir.
point?
That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My
If you-
God,
if
you're
you
gonna
want to
lecture
talk
me
about-
dividing this country,
It is
I
my
follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tear
my
this country
time
apart.
to
There
address
should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not
Senator,
take
it is
my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making
time
a
is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what my
you
time
told-
is.
Senator-
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my
you
time's
have-
over?
You may be the charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going
but
anywhere.
I am not afraid of you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth, talking over each other doesn't work. And I said if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after the senator's time was up to respond. And he has the privilege to do that uninterrupted.
Mr.
So
Chairman,
go-
one point of
Go
order.
ahead, Mr.
I've
Patel.
watched him talk over us, and you've never once criticized him for us not even being able to get our questions out.
Well,
He has been rude and disrespectful to senator after senator.
And when the senators were not giving him a chance to answer, I didn't stop the senator either.
What a confrontation. When it finally came to a head, the sheer raw emotion between these two. Patel's attempt to counter the allegations, Booker's furious interruptions, and that now viral line, "I am not afraid of you." It wasn't just a political hearing. It was a desperate clash over the fundamental mission of American law enforcement. Booker's core message was clear. In his view, Kash Patel, by prioritizing political loyalty, systematically weakened the FBI, pushing out experienced agents who handled crucial cases, from foreign oligarchs to child trafficking. He suggests that this created a massive national security vulnerability. Patel's attempt to defend his record, citing arrests of violent felons and seizures of fentanyl, showed he was ready with his own statistics, but the back and forth was so chaotic, it's difficult for anyone to feel like the truth was served. It makes you wonder, in this political climate, is it even possible to have an honest oversight hearing? Does the need for political loyalty supersede decades of institutional expertise? And if so, what is the real cost to our safety? Booker wrapped it up with a prophetic warning. I don't think you're long for your job. I want to hear what you think. Whose side were you on in this exchange? Did Booker effectively expose a crisis of loyalty? Or was Patel unfairly targeted by a politically motivated senator? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the most explosive moments in Washington.